Welcome back to Off Guard. It's your host, Austin Rivers. I'm with my guy, my co-host, Pausha Hagigi. I put a little something on that. But we are back here November 6th. Fresh Thursday, man. NBA's on its way. Great games last night as we are now, 2-3 weeks into the season. We're getting an idea of what some
Before
of these
you
teams...
know it, All-Star voting's around the corner.
it goes quick. Yeah. Josh Giddey's the MVP. There's a lot going on right now in the NBA. How are we feeling, man?
Oh, we're feeling. Hey, listen, another day, another stain.
What?
Another stain. Jaylen Brown, did you see it? Oh, he got it.
Yeah,
I want a live reaction.
He's just getting people.
You know what? I feel bad about this one. You know why?
The guy caught him too.
Dude, I feel bad about this one because I think he was at home. So he's thinking the other team's not wearing white. I can get away with this one.
But the undershirt.
But it's the white undershirts.
It's the white undershirts he keeps doing, and he keeps just rubbing his head against them.
Well, I guess when he dribbles, he
puts his head down.
Yeah.
The funnioniest part was the other player was like, he's like known for being he's a serial stainer at this point.
It's too good. It's too good.
I thought he already came to a conclusion that he was going to do something else.
No, he's staying with it.
He's still putting that jet black number 9. What is it? Number 5 on.
He tweeted too. He said, "Man," to the video. He goes, "AI is getting ridiculous out here."
He said, "AI." When in doubt, blame on AI. It's the one plus of this new era of technology and AI in general. You could just be like, it's just not real.
Can I tell you something, man? But when I saw his hair, it doesn't look bad. Maybe he's getting it before.
I bet everything looks straight and painted on. It looks good.
I
don't
wet. Know.
Can you imagine him getting?
I just never would have guessed that he was dealing with it. I don't know. It looked good.
Could you imagine him just jumping in a pool and just seeing like this little black bubbles just come to the top of the pool?
Oh, he can never commit a crime.
You would think that they have like waterproof stuff that like he could sweat through.
Well, I think he does sweat through it.
It's a rub. It's
a brush.
Yeah, it's brushing. They can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure his barber's like, bro, it's staying on. You just can't be swishing your head back and forth against people's shirts.
Yeah, and you can do it against the Spurs.
The
Blazers. There's some team.
Are you thinking of black jerseys?
Yeah.
Maybe a Magic jersey.
The Sixers throwback black jersey. Yeah.
Timberwolves throwback. Yeah. He's got to figure that out. He can't just keep standing people's shirts the rest of the year. Because now people are looking for it.
Yeah, guys are going to be taking charges on him.
It's a known thing now. The gig is up.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you about last night's games. What made you happier? Russ getting a triple-double in a win against the Warriors? Or Michael Porter Jr. going for 32 and 11 in the first win into the season for the Nets? Which one put a smile on your face?
I'm going to go with the Nets. Just them getting their first win.
Yeah.
32 for Mike. You missed last game with some personal stuff. He actually texted me last night talking about, did you see my 32 piece? I was like, I saw you guys win. You guys won? He's like, yeah, we did win. I was like, yeah. Remember, that's why you're here, Mike, is you got to win games. That's the point of
He's like, of course, man. I want the Brooklyn, the Nets. I want that's my number one.
The Porter Juniors. But yeah, I would say MPJ, my dog, going for 32. Brooklyn getting their first win. But there's a couple things with this. For one, good God, the Pacers. I knew they were going to be a different team. But they're missing everything.
They're
missing Nembhard. They're missing obviously Halliburton. They're missing who's the other dude? The
Miles Turner's obviously.
Miles Turner obviously got traded, but the little guard,
TJ McConnell.
All their key guards are out.
Right.
So I mean, that's a lot. It's one thing for Halliburton to be out. It's another Nembhard is probably their third best player in that team. He's not there. TJ McConnell is just one of their key core role players. He's not there. So none of their guard play is essentially there.
I don't expect them to be at the bottom of the East like one of the worst teams in the NBA. Eventually when they get their guys back, they got too many like Neesmith, Nembhard, like Siakam. Like you have too many dudes. They're still going to get to like 30 wins. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to be one of those 12-win teams or something gross.
No. Because those other guys aren't out for the year.
Yeah, the other guys are pros.
But 1-7 though is still shocking. I thought they'd be a little bit better than that.
Yeah.
But I guess, again, when injuries are injuries, it's tough. They've had some tough losses too. On the other end, Russell just keeps just doing his Russ-like shit, man. You know, if you play him enough minutes with his energy and his overall just involvement in the game, the way he's just always has an impact with his energy. Again, looking for a better word, but that's like when you think of Russ, I just think of energy. A guy who plays effort. He just has his hands on, different plays. I think it's just impressive. A guy who just got a deal, didn't get a contract all summer, didn't want vet minimum, ended up getting vet minimum, was sacked late. Training camp had already started by the time he had got his contract, and then he's out here giving triple doubles. I'm not going to go on a rant about guys who have gotten paid and aren't doing anything like what Russ is doing. I understand how
to think that a guy was this close to not being in the NBA this year, to being able to get triple doubles in a win. And sure, the Warriors didn't have some of their guys, but a triple double in the NBA is a triple double. You know what I mean? So for a guy that you're telling me this guy a couple weeks ago wasn't on an NBA team, but he can get triple doubles in the NBA, it's pretty shocking.
Yeah, but the only thing that's shocking is that it took this much time to get Russ on a team. Russ is a special case because we love him for his character. We love him for being a great teammate, his confidence, his sureness of himself, who he is. He even said last night in the presser, after the game, I'm the best rebounding guard ever. That's valid. So, these are things that we all appreciate and love Russ for. We love his effort, and we love how he's just balls to the wall, all out, is going to leave it on the court. With his success, his past, the MVPs, everything that kind of, surrounding him, it comes with a force. It comes with a gravity. And when a team is looking to sign a guy for vet minimum, that guy shouldn't have these things. So they use it against him. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So they'll sign some pipsqueak who can barely play, who's the 14th man on the bench, probably shouldn't be in the NBA, but is in the NBA. And this goes back to Jaylen Brown, the Stainer. His comments before the season started, when he was like, the NBA historically has been the best. Let's say there's 400 players in the league. Historically, it's been the best 400 players in the league. I'd say now it's the best 360, 370. There's a good 30, 40 players, meaning 1 to 2 guys per team, maybe 1 per team, if I'm being generous. That should probably not be in the NBA. All right.
And on the flip side of that means there's 40 to 50 guys that aren't in the NBA that
should be. Yeah. So I'm looking at clips of Spencer Dinwiddie playing somewhere in Europe right now. Spencer Dinwiddie's good enough to be on an NBA roster. Now, is he a guy that you have to play? Is he a guy that should be getting minutes? I don't know. It's depending on the team. I could tell you right now, he's better than a lot of guards I could pull from the NBA. Now, why are these guys in the NBA before Spencer? Again, Spencer's been a guy who's been outwardly had comments. He's had teams that hasn't worked out with between him and management or him and a coach. Spencer's a great guy. It's not like he's a troublemaker, but when you're in the league as long as a guy like Spencer or Russell or myself, you're going to have a team, maybe 2, where things didn't work out great. That follows you. It's a big-ass high school. Perception's everything in our league. So when it comes to us getting later in our careers, where we're not putting the same numbers up where they could deal with it, you know what I mean? Now we're past our prime. We're at the end of our prime. That vet minimum job they're giving is going to go to the 20-year-old who's not going to say shit or do anything, 6'8", has all the potential in the world, probably can't play, probably will never turn out, but there's a possibility, and it's a 14th, 15th spot on the team. Guy's not going to play anyways. Why don't we just take a chance? Right. Why would we take a chance on a guy who could possibly have an impact in our locker room, or have a guy who is gravities with him is just the amount of someone that we're not needing for our 14th, 15th guy? These are the reasons why a John Wall or Spencer Dinwiddie or Russell Westbrook, myself, didn't find ourselves on rosters the past couple years. Now I'm retired. I'm done. But if I were still
waiting for the announcement.
I haven't officially retired, but I am retired. I have to give the whole thing. I would do a whole thing. At some point this season, I'm going to put something together. If people aren't obviously knowing I'm retired in a suit and watching, commentating the games, and they haven't figured it out already, I'm not coming back.
Wasn't Tristan Thompson in the studio, and then he went back there?
That's true. I guess I could just hop back
out. Pull Tristan.
Matter of fact, I don't know where I was the other day. I was in Minnesota when I just did the game, and one of the coaches made a joke like, You look like you're in great shape. I was like, yeah, I'm 33, man. I still work out, still play here and there. He was like, you think you can just play again? I was like, it's a dangerous thought to keep those things lingering.
Yeah.
Because then hope is dangerous. I let that go a long time ago. And because of that, I think that's helped me progress in this next career. I went from this to that to the point where I have multiple teams, multiple players coming up to me as I'm doing these gigs. Like, damn, bro, you went right into that, man. Like, I'm thinking about, I don't know how much years I got left. I'm not going to tell you names, but there's been plenty of older players that have come up to me like, you think you could help me? Some of these are big time players too. Like, yeah, you think you could help me with like just how to navigate the media space?
And that's when you say, "Did you help me get on a team last year?"
That's why I wanted to be like, you make 20 something, you make $30 million a year, bro. You couldn't have helped me out get on the roster.
Yeah.
Ant did make a joke. Ant came up to me later. Goes, he said something. He goes, man, we need somebody who just continue hitting it, knock threes, play that defense. He goes, AR. All you got to do is say the word. You know me, I can get you on the team. I was like, if it's that easy, it's going to make me more mad at you. Where were you 2.5 years ago when I needed you?
Right.
Now it's like I don't even want to play anymore. I like playing my 2 days a week. I like feeling good. I'm not sore. My body works. I get to see my kids. I get to raise my kids. I still get paid a lot to be on TV. And it's a job that I can only increase as I do better and get better. I'm okay where I'm at.
Right. But
this is the reason why the league is the shape to what it is. People will take a low risk, high reward on a 6'7", 6'8". I can't even say the word 6'7" now because it's been ruined by the youth, but still 6'7", 6'6", 6'8", 6'9" wing who has this high ceiling but probability of not turning out, but he's a 15th guy anyway, so f it, over a sure thing vet who could probably bring a lot to your team.
It's so case by case. Look at the Magic last year with Corey Joseph. I mean, he started for them in the playoffs and was like a real
solid,
stable guy they get trust with the ball. Imagine if that was a 19-year-old kid, like they wouldn't have
had that.
I don't know what would have happened.
Exactly.
So like it's case by case for sure.
It is case by case.
And the Magic's case last year at the end of the year when they were depleted with injuries and Suggs was out. Yeah, I thought Corey Joseph played. He did what he could.
And then think of just what they do culturally. Like the young kid, Queen, or I think his last name's
Derek Queen for
the Pelicans. Had like 12 points, 10 rebounds. Good game for a rookie. DeAndre Jordan was in the locker room like, yo, stand up. Like, it's a big game. Just stand little things.
Yeah.
Like, that's important, bro. And if we would have took a chance on this 7-foot kid out of some country or whatever, or some, whatever, like, that's not happening. That moment doesn't happen. And you could tell by the reaction of Queen. He was like rolling his eyes. He had to get up. Like, DeAndre's on him all the time because he's not going to let him slide for all the bullshit that DeAndre did. DeAndre knows from his own mistakes and successes. DeAndre was an all-star. DeAndre's an Olympic gold medal. DeAndre's been on every facet of the league.
And then he backed up Jokic, who's the best center of this generation, too. He's seen it all.
It has been around.
Right.
Was he on that title team? Was he on that championship team?
I don't know why.
I think he was.
We got to look that up.
Regardless, this is a guy who has been through every single facet of the NBA. It offers a valuable support to these young guys. Not to mention, when need, like you said, Corey Joseph, those guys can play. Those guys can. I don't even know if he's on a team this year.
No.
So that's the point. Like, these guys can help somebody out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Joe Ingles didn't play a minute the other night in Brooklyn for the Timberwolves. He sat, brother, and he didn't sit down like he was going to get in. The way he was sitting and first off, my seat's to the right. I'm next to the trainer. Joe saw how we were having fun over there. Joe went and left the bench, ended up sitting behind the bench, behind the head coaches, legs like this. He said like this, just talking to me during timeout. It's like, this is the thing, we got it. And I'm just sitting here like, this guy's not going to play a minute. And it doesn't matter. Because the entire game, every time out, he's up clapping, he's up talking. He would get in people's ears. The guys who weren't moving the ball. One time, Rudy had a couple turnovers in a row. Literally, he's been with Rudy for so long. I forget they're in Utah.
Yeah.
He goes, Rudy, I can't even say it, but he's like, Rudy, catch the fucking ball. He goes, catch the fucking ball. You got 3 turnovers already. And Rudy just shook his head. The next one, Rudy caught like one-handed and dunked it. I'm not saying it's because of Joe, but it's like that's the impact a guy like Joe has. Joe's been in the NBA. He's been in mad playoff games. He's played for a very long time. Again, he's seen every single different level of the league. This is a guy who can help a lot of their players. It doesn't matter if he's playing or not. If you're not going to play the 15th guy anyways, why not use it for a vet who can actually do something? We have a lot of guys out the league. I'm not talking about myself. For people like, he's trying to get back. I'm done. Sitting about me. There are a lot of guys who should be in the NBA who are not in the NBA. Jaylen Brown is right. And we have gone so fast forward with this youth 6'8", potential, dog. I'm okay with 80% of your roster being potential, but damn, the whole roster's got to be.
Isn't that why they have the G League too?
Yeah, the center of the G League.
Yeah.
What happened to like the best in professional? I thought it's called professional NBA athlete, professional athlete. What happened to getting the best versions of those? Why is Corey Joseph not on a roster?
I saw a play too with Joe Ingles where this went viral online where I think Naz Reid got into foul trouble and he sat on the bench pouting, and then Joe Ingles went and sat next to him and made him laugh like off rip, and it's like his whole energy changed. So it was like that's kind of kept him in the game.
Bro, that's the type of humility that like only a vet would have, because someone at Naz's position, his age, ain't going to support him because he's gonna be like, hey man, Naz over there melting down. It's my time. I'm about to get in the game. Joel ain't thinking about his time.
Yeah,
he's already had his time. Hey, listen, when y'all need me and call my name, I'll be ready to go in there and play. If I don't play these next 50 games, I'm going to sit here and make sure every single guy who's getting ready to play has their best chance.
Kind of like almost another coach.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
that's why Garrett Temple's like still in there.
Yeah,
he's like not just a player; he's a player coach. The people made fun of Udonis Haslem for years. Man, this guy's been wasting away in the Miami bench. No, bro, like there was a reason why he was on that bench.
Yeah, he's talking to players and those things that the coaching staff probably doesn't even know about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And there's that fine line that they have to know things they report back to the coaches and things they don't. They know what to say and not say because they've been in the NBA for that long. They know. Yeah. So like there's like a good 15 to 20 guys that if I really wanted to just start wrapping off, should be in the NBA. Although I'm done, I should be in there. You just can't name 400 players better than me. It's impossible. I can't give you 100, 150 better than me. But that's the way the NBA has kind of gone the past couple of years. I didn't fight it. I said, okay, I love this media thing. I'm going to the next thing. And it's worked out. It's been building. There's a lot of guys who don't have that media bug or don't have the media skills or have other skills in life that's kind of hard to navigate. And you got these guys sitting at home. These are dudes that should be in the NBA. So it's tough, man. You know, we got these rosters like that. I see Detroit and what their team is a little bit different this year. And even the Magic, some of these guys are a little bit different this year. Like some of these teams need these vet presence. And so it's important. I think the NBA is a game of copycat. And all it's going to take is more teams kind of throwing those deals to get a vet or two to where hopefully the NBA can, you know, for instance, the early 90s and 2000s, it was mad old. Now the league is mad young. I do think eventually we'll get to some middle ground here.
Could you imagine playing? Could you imagine if you're in the 90s? Like right now, if there's a team that's bad, let's say I'm going to use the Wizards, and that's like a team that's at the bottom of the league. They're usually really young. Could you imagine in the 90s playing a team bottom of the league, but they're all like in their 30s, probably pissed, rugged? Imagine playing a team in the 90s that's like bottom of the conference, but they're all like grown men.
Jaded old men.
Just grown men, just pissed.
That is the one caveat. Yeah. When we see some of these young teams who are like really bad, they're like still out there playing really hard.
They're trying to learn. They're running on the fly.
Yeah, they're like happy to be out there. Like I just called it a Nets game. It was if Cam Thomas didn't have the ball, it was like what's gonna happen?
Yeah,
this possession. It's a rough team. I feel bad for Jordy because he's actually like a talented young coach. I had him in Denver. He was the head defensive coach at that time. Talented coach. Coaches the the Canadian team, head coach of that. Clearly there's a talent behind him. There's nothing he could do. Like he's over there putting schemes. There's a couple X's and O's like out of timeouts he drew up. I'm like, man, it's a hell of a play. Just wasn't executed right. These guys are, I'm just like, again, I'm not going to say names, right? But like 50% of that Brooklyn roster is questionable, dog. I'm just gonna call it for what it is.
Yeah, but they wouldn't benefit off having, I guess, a bunch of other vets on them.
Nah,
I guess they're trying to lose.
They did last year. They had Finney-Smith and Schroeder. You know what happened? They accidentally started winning.
That's what. So the Jazz. We're talking about Will Hardy. He's a good coach, but he's kind of like he has to lose, right? They were up against the Pistons yesterday in the first half. I think they got like a call. Then the Pistons go on a run and win the game. They were like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like Lauri Markkanen's averaging like 34. We gotta trade this guy tonight. He could actually be good on a really good team. Lauri Markkanen's
he is talented. He's kind of just in Utah, just chilling out there. And everybody's like, "We're getting Cooper. He's our white hope." Nah, not happening. Interesting. His comments last night. He was like, "This is the most I've lost in my life."
I mean, you're 2 weeks in.
They're 2-6.
Yeah.
He lost 4 games at Duke. He was 32-4. His overall high school record, like the last 2 years of him playing. It was like 60 something.
Those Montverde teams were like NBA teams.
Yeah, it was like 60 something and 5.
Yeah.
So literally, this is like the most he's lost.
He didn't even go to a bad. He went to the Mavs, who barely missed the playoffs.
Yeah, he has no idea.
It's not like he went to a team that was like worst record in the NBA.
The good news is like Cooper, it's going to get better for you.
Yeah,
all right?
Kyrie's
on his way back. You guys have a decent team. AD's been in and out. Like your team's going to end up winning a decent amount of games. You're going to be okay. Yeah. There's guys, Cooper, on bad teams right now, and there is just nothing coming their way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, not everybody lucks out. Reece Arcee's in Atlanta. He's on a decent team. These guys they were bad for like half a season. They started showing glimpses like by All-Star break last year. They're like, oh, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Like, some of these guys get to be on decent teams right out the gate. Then you got the kid, like, who's the kid in DC? He's a number 2 pick. Or was he number 1? Sarr?
Yeah, Alex Sarr.
What pick he go?
I believe he was 2.
Yeah, like that team is just nowhere near being competitive. He's not even bad. He's talented. It's hard to even judge Sarr.
He's actually having a pretty solid year.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it's even hard to even be hard on him. Like he's
This actually is really good. I'm glad you're bringing this up. Young guys who end up maybe getting better at 22, 23. Our producer sent us an article over the week. It was the Most Improved Player Award. You and me have been pissed about this award for so long. We wanted Ty Jerome to win it last year. The most improved player, but the most improved player is like a guy that
was a strong case.
Yeah, but someone that's like trying. Let me give you an example. So players that have won it recently.
By the way, can I just interrupt you? Where the is Ty Jerome? Who's he playing for?
He's hurt.
I was about to say, what
he's
the hell
out.
happened to him?
Yeah, he got hurt. Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, even Dyson Daniels. These guys that have won most improved player, they top 10 picks. John Morant. These guys are top 10 picks. All that happened is they got really good like a couple years into the NBA.
Yeah, but they went from.
Oh, but they're top 10 picks.
Dyson Daniels is a good pick.
He was the 8th pick of the draft. Though.
Yeah, but he was.
All he did was go to another team his first
year.
year.
He was at New Orleans.
I think
he went to Atlanta and became. Did you see him tonight versus Magic? The Euro steps he was doing. I was like, where the f*** all that?
So would you rather this year go to Giddey, or would you rather go to like Ryan Rollins or AJ Mitchell from the Thunder, a guy that just literally you didn't see it coming from out of nowhere?
I'm okay with either or this year. I'm starting to change a little bit. I don't think the Tyrese Maxey thing was ridiculous.
Yeah,
Tyrese Maxey was like a bona fide all-star the year before. So him jumping his point per game 3 or 4 points.
Well, John Morant winning. I never thought he was bad.
Yeah, it's like John Morant won most improved. Everybody's like, bro, he was really good the year before.
Yeah,
John Morant
like Desmond Bain should have won it that year. I think
exactly.
Yeah,
John Morant and Tyrese Maxey were good immediately.
Right.
They were good as soon as they stepped foot in the NBA. They were already good. They played well, so it's kind of silly. I like when it goes to guys who really were like non-factor players to being factor players. That's, for me, most improved.
Yeah.
So, yes, to answer your question, if Ryan Rollins continues this up, he should be in that conversation. Yeah. Now, Josh Giddey's always been solid. Josh Giddey got paid this past summer. Josh Giddey's all these things. He ain't played like this, though. This is a big jump. This guy's dominating.
But he got that big deal this summer, so it's not like it's out of nowhere, right?
It's not out of nowhere. They did expect it, but when he got paid, people were like, Josh Giddey's that good? I like Kobe White better. Why are they paying Kobe White? Kobe White been the one putting up numbers. They went with the Giddey. Giddey's been out there just kind of running this show.
And the Bulls are the number 1 record in the East.
They're also winning.
Yeah.
So
do you believe in them?
I do. I don't believe in them making a long push into the playoffs.
Right, but I think...
Do I think they'll make the playoffs this year? Yes. I do.
But not a play-in, like maybe 6th seed.
No, I think they'll be like a 5th, 6th seed.
Yeah.
Are they going to be like the number 1 or 2 seed or 3 seed?
No,
this will cool off eventually. Some of these wins they have, I'm looking at who's closing games. I don't buy it. Not Giddey. Some of these other.
Buzelis is up there for most improved already. Like you're talking about how good he is.
Well,
he should not win most improved if he plays good because he was good last. He's good, man.
Yeah, Buzelis is.
Vooch is playing out of his mind.
He is.
Yeah, they got a good team, man. I like Trey Jones. For them.
Trey Jones is playing really well.
Yeah.
He's attacking the basket well. He turns down a lot of wide open threes. Is my only problem. Sometimes he turns down too many threes, but he gets to that basket. He's a really good finisher. Plays hard. Picks up full court.
LeBron's not the only one that needs to work his way into a lineup. Kobe White needs to come to the Bulls and not mess things up either. Like they both need to. Lakers and Bulls are rolling
because Kobe was just been cooking the past couple of years, but then Giddey just comes out the gate and just like, man,
yeah,
he's been on one, and I underestimated Josh Giddey's skill level. He's finishing like left hand layups off the glass. Spin. I didn't know he had some of these skills. I'll be honest with you. I knew he was decent when he got paid this summer. I was like, I guess they made that big trade for him. You got to pay him. You got to all these different things. I know how it goes. But then I'm seeing him play now. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah,
he's actually a lot better than I thought. I was wrong about him. He's good. I see what Presti saw in the beginning, and I see what the Bulls saw. Like when they weren't using him, they had Shea and they had too much talent. They're like, we'll take Giddey. We'll take him.
Right.
It's
because we don't have Shea and Jalen Williams.
Yeah. Well, we'll take Giddey because with him with open freedom is maybe he can unlock some of these things. There's a point in time where people weren't guarding him. He was wide open for three, and people would just let him shoot. We're talking about last year.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, he had games where he'd be like 0 for 6 from three. Like, bro, I remember watching him play against Phoenix. They literally were going like 3 feet under the pick and roll to the point where he'd be wide open, and they would be sitting at the free throw line like, shoot.
But as a shooter, doesn't that mess with your head even more?
Yeah, it does. It fucks with you.
Yeah.
So he started hesitating, couldn't make a shot. That's when I remember watching like, man, bro, if somebody went under on me, you're dying.
Yeah.
You know they say we'll die by that. You're gonna die. I'm gonna knock that shit down, bro.
But it can get what you're saying is it can get in your head though if they're just,
not
if their game plan is to let the guy shoot, then it's like a whole thing.
I hope they have that game plan for me today at the RDB. Let me shoot. See what happens. I'm gonna fry you. Don't leave me open. It's an automatic.
Yeah.
That's just what a shooter has. Now, at a certain point in my career, I did not have that. Before I really started getting going, like the Clippers, someone would go under me, it f***ed with me a little bit. People questioned whether I could knock that shot down. You got to go put your time in the gym and go do that. Now this dude's shooting 41%. He's 13 on 31 from threes.
Yeah.
And he's comfortable. He's pulling up and try. But he had a couple the other day. He's on a fast break. Looks like he's going to hesitate into a move. He just, Three. I'm like, whoa. That's a big jump from being wide open and hesitating to now you're doing a little something in your face.
Yeah.
That's improvement to me. So I get what you're saying because I agree with you. We had this conversation last year about the most improved award and why it should go to guys who literally went from nothing to something, not guys who are supposed to be good and now are becoming good. Why are we giving John Morant and Tyrese Maxey? Giddey's always been pretty solid. He's always got playing time. Yeah. Why is he He's made a big jump though. He is an exception. Some of these guys can be an exception.
He's averaging 23, 10, and 9.
Yeah, bro, he's almost averaging a triple-double, man.
It's not the Luka triple-double. Luka's almost averaging 41.
Yeah, it's nasty. Someone's got to hurt. Someone's got to get him out of here. He's making our league look bad. I don't like how he's just walking around. The way he scores and like bumps into people and throws it up and it goes in.
It's silly, bro. He like gets the contact.
He's messing around. He's throwing passes behind his back. There's multiple plays I need people to watch from last night when you're listening to this. Go watch Luka Doncic versus the Spurs and watch his second half clips. Half the plays he makes, just look at the bench reaction. There's like 4 plays in a row where Austin Reeves and LeBron just keep going like this to each other. Every time Luka would do something, they go. They would look at each other to the bench where 4 other guys, obviously these are the players. It's crazy. Reeves is like one of those guys now. All the other guys on the bench started copying them. Every time Reeves would do something, or every time, Luka would do something, the whole bench would look down and see like LeBron's reaction because he was just like, he does stuff you just can't teach.
So he's generational.
He just has a feel. He's so loose out there. Like his confidence is so high, it's too high.
Yeah.
Sometimes he does shit. I'm just like, yo. He's very Steph-like. Do you remember Steph would just used to run around, just do stuff? Sometimes he'd go into the stands, curve, just be like, it's just part of it.
Right.
That's the type of freedom Luka essentially plays.
It's kind of like when you're cooking on the pod and you'll say crazy stuff, and I know you'll say something that we maybe have to edit, but you take those stuff turnovers to get the gold out of you on the pod.
That's because you're getting good everywhere else. That's what Luka plays with every night.
Yeah,
he's just out there messing around, bumping, yelling at the rat. He just does whatever he wants.
Yeah,
his confidence is supreme. It's all mental. It's a big differentiator in the NBA. It's not always skill. A lot of it's just the mental capacity of a guy.
Well, getting the green light, having the confidence. You should always say, if a lot of the guys in the NBA are talented, but a lot of the guys don't have that green light.
No, they don't.
To have that confidence.
And a lot of guys aren't ready to have it.
Well, Luka winning, the MVP and a EuroLeague title at 18, he's like, I'm the best player. I already won this whole league at 18.
Yeah,
he came to the NBA with a lot of confidence.
First team All-NBA, 6-time, whatever it is at this point. He'll definitely be it this year, if not MVP. If they can keep winning, he's probably a favorite.
Seed. Our producer asked me for the pod.
Did I have Luka?
I think you had Luka. Yeah, I
told Luka.
our MVP picks went against each other last night. It wasn't close.
Yeah, you had Wemby. I had Luka.
Wemby, I drank the juice very early after that Mavs game. I was like, yeah, I think it's gonna be Wemby.
Yeah, he's coming back down to life a little bit. He had 9 versus Phoenix.
They were like
people saw that 9. This is why you can't have those games as a star, and we talked about this, right? You can't make it that loud. So the good players, their bad games are like 22. Shea Alexander has a bad game. It's like 23, 24. He said on the NBA Starting 5 Netflix series, he was like, when I don't have 30, I'm like, man, that's a bad game. It's a wild thing to say. Even his wife goes, what?
Yeah.
She goes, 30 is a good game. He was like, babe, that's my daily.
He goes, that's below my average.
That's below my average. Yeah. She was just sitting there like.
She's like, I picked a good one.
Going to sleep with him tonight. This is my man. No. All respect. But she was probably just sitting there like, good God, yeah, my husband's nasty.
Yeah.
He is. But yeah, that's the off night is supposed to be in the 20s. I'll give you an example. I remember my off nights. Sam Cassell used to come up to me and goes, hey, when you are having a bad game, should be like 10, 11. Got to get double digits. He goes, that way it helps you average. If you trying to average 17, 18, because the year before I averaged 15, he's like, you trying to jump to 17, 18? You can't have these games with 6 points, 5 points, Austin. You can't have a game with 4 points, Austin. Kills your shit. He goes, your bad game should be 11, 12. That way it don't even matter. You might go down a decimal point. It's not going to do anything. Your good games, you have 20-something. It's going to balance out to around 17, 18. Because you can't have 6, 7.
Cam Boozer had a bad game for the Duke the other night, and it was, I think it's 15 and 13.
Yes,
he did not shoot well from the field.
That's a bad game.
Still 15 and 13.
But that's a bad game.
Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yeah.
That's how Luka has a bad game. It's like 25 points because he's going to shoot 26 times. But he going to get that shit up. That's a bad game. When you have a glaring game, this is if you're the top guy. I was never the top guy in the NBA. I was never the top 2 guy. But if you are the top guy on your team, especially prolific to the level of Wemby, where you're like this guy dominating the NBA, everyone's watching all your games. When you have 9 points in a game, like you did with Phoenix, forget the averages because his averages will be crazy by the end of the year. It's too many games, and he's too good. But when you have a 9-point game, the rest of the league goes, well, 2 things either happen. Either A, played bad, or B, what did Phoenix do?
Yeah.
And they start looking into what's bothering him. And guess what the rest of the league does? We're going to do the same thing. It's exactly what people are doing right now. With like, for instance, Pistons. People are seeing their lack of shooting. Every team, they are subbing in guys early so they can pick up Cade full court. Just like, we're just going to wear him down, make somebody else have the ball in his hands. Because their offense without the ball in his hand, it's you don't know what you're getting. Especially with all these guys still out there. Ivy's not back, and Sasser, some of these guys who haven't been playing. It can get a little erratic out there. So now the rest of the league does it. Boston threw on Josh Minot. Picked him up full court. It's like 2 weeks ago. It was a weird game. Boston almost won. Ever since then, every game I've watched and called versus the Pistons, they are picking this dude up full court. It's a copycat league. Everybody's on Synergy. Everybody scouts. Everybody's in the film room. So they watched that Wemby game where you have 9 points. This is why you don't want to give too big of a hint if something bothered you. When you play, like if you would have had 18 and inside he's like, man, Phoenix is doing this thing. It's really bothering me. I'm not getting to my. But if you had 18, people would have just chalked it up.
The box score and been like, oh.
Yeah, whatever. 9 points, people start looking at the film like, what happened here?
Yeah.
And they start finding things. Well, wait. They're see how they're
doubled him at the right time.
They're forcing him this way. When he gets the ball right here, his percentage is right. They start unpeeling the onion and start looking at things. Now, Wemby's. He's just going to continue to do what he does. He's a fantastic player. But there will be some games where like they're going to try to make it hard on him because of things that have been through scout.
Yeah, and to put it in perspective, LeBron hasn't had a game under 10 points since like George Bush was president. So that's LeBron, like you said, keeping your average up. LeBron hasn't done the single digits thing since.
Yeah, because LeBron has, like, if he's not shooting the ball well, he's just going to put his head down.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to that basket. That's where the good, that's what, you know, when you think about Ant, my frustrations sometimes with him last year. Because, again, it's hard to get mad at him for shooting so many threes because what he's done is historic. I think he's made the most. He's made more than Steph Curry through his first 4 or 5 years. It's crazy with some of these guys with the evolution of the league. Some of these guys are on pace to beat Steph's numbers by the time Buddy Hield's like right behind him.
Right. Because even in the beginning of Steph's career, he wasn't shooting as many threes.
No, he wasn't.
Now these players are coming in with the advantage teams are shooting 63
a game.
Yeah.
This is the same argument that Reggie Miller and Ray Allen say all the time. He's like, bro, we would have. Reggie's like, I used to have to go 4 for 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people are like, damn, he shot 6 threes. Ray Allen shot 5. They're like, he shot 5. If I played today, Ray Allen's like, I would have shot 12, 14. I would have shot 12 to 14 trays
that was
a game.
Nice. They interviewed Steve Nash one time, and they said, what would be the biggest difference? Like, what would you do different in your career? He goes, I was a 50, 40, 90 guy. I shot like 2 threes a game. Like, we're not doing that right. You know, something's wrong.
I would have been launching.
Yeah.
By those statistics, the fact that guy saw those numbers, like, good job.
50, 40, 90. I want him shooting 2 threes a game, just only when you're open, please. Other than that, give it to Q Rich and Sean Marion.
Yeah, I would have been like, yeah, let's get these numbers up.
Yeah.
So again, that is a big difference maker for sure.
Yeah. Well, you brought up Ant. I saw this. Obviously, people want to put Ja on different teams.
He played last night.
Yeah. People want to put John Moran on different teams on the trade machine.
I'm pissed by that, by the way.
What's one?
He played last night versus the Knicks.
Well, he's gonna play Madison Square
Oh,
Garden.
I called his game the day before in Brooklyn. They didn't want to play then. I asked.
Can you blame him?
I asked when he's coming back. They said 2 weeks. This guy came back 2 days later.
That's like a rivalry though between the Timberwolves and Knicks because of that trade now.
Because of Carl.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that?
Julius took it personal last night. He was getting him up.
He was going for it.
Yeah, he was going for it.
He was like, I'm gonna get mine.
Yeah.
He had 32. He's been playing his ass off, by the way.
I still don't know if it's a fit. I know they went to the conference finals last year.
That's the thing. It's hard to judge them. They've gone to the conference finals twice.
Yeah.
Julius had an unbelievable playoffs. He struggled versus OKC, but they all did.
Yeah.
Like Ant struggled too. So it's like we're not about to just point out Julius and be like, well,
why couldn't Julius do the Greek Freak did to OKC? He's a big body. It's just not the same.
I think Julius takes a little bit more time to get his stuff. Giannis can get so much through transition, offensive rebounds.
Yeah, Giannis needs one dribble through the court.
Giannis jumps
8
over
steps
people.
later, dunks on.
Giannis gets a rebound, and jumps over people.
Yeah.
So like some of those things you can't plan for. Where like Julius has to go through people. They show a lot of bodies in traffic. It was a bad matchup for them. Ant didn't play well. Jaden didn't play well. None of those guys really played well. Nas didn't play well. I can go down the list of guys who didn't play well for the Timberwolves. It wasn't a one-off Julius Randle thing. Prior to that series, Julius had been carrying him and Ant. Let's just be honest. He was unbelievable last year. And to the start of this season, Julius is playing his ass off. He's shooting. His numbers are strong. He's the only thing that's really keeping them afloat right now with Ant kind of still wavering from his hamstring. So, there's nothing really else to say. He's been great.
Yeah,
but they're good. They need more shooting, I think, still. I watched their game. I've now that I've gotten to call these games, I've really gotten a first row seat, and I'm getting to watch these teams because I have to do my due diligence. I have to study on them. I have to see all their games, their percentages. I'm finding out who's what, man.
It's only a matter of time until they call you up to be some kind of a coach.
I'm hoping. I'm watching the Timberwolves. Take me with you. Front office, though, maybe too.
Because I like brothers. You're in the interview. I'm right behind you. Like, let me. Actually, I can help you with that whole pan situation.
What do you guys have? What do you have? Tuxes on? I'm also the front office as well. Putting teams together I have interest in for sure because like just putting. That's what I've been dissecting. It's not just the X's and O's. It's like just the player personnel and who's surrounding your key guys. So I'm like looking at Julius and I'm looking at Ant. You need more guys like DiVincenzo. You need like 5 of those. Beautiful jump shots, quick jump shots, can shoot, going to defend, scrappy, offensive rebounders, defenders. That's what they need. People are really Nikhil hurt them. It's a big loss. I underestimated Nikhil's value until I see it now with Atlanta and what he's doing. And I'm seeing Timberwolves be forced to play some of the younger guys who are very talented, but in terms of win now, grown men who are going to shoot 40 above from 3 and defend.
You know who the perfect players for them, but I don't know how the money would ever work. Like a guy like Derek White, if the Celtics threw it away, or Drew Holiday's on the Blazers, like winning games against the Thunder last night. These guys are like, I mean, Drew Holiday's is chilling. I don't know, like if you want to go get him.
Those are guys that would change their team from being good playoff team to being winnable champs.
Yeah,
they lost a lot with Nikhil. He's a defender. Catch shooter. Now he's doing a lot with Atlanta. Atlanta's having him do maybe a little too much. Sometimes I'm seeing him out there. He's out there playing like a goddamn. No, it says Shea Alexander on the back of that jersey. Relax, but like he's been doing great for Atlanta. By the way, I'm just joking, but he has been sorely missed. They need 3-and-D guys. You have Ant, you have Julius, you have 2 guys who are already taking so much oxygen with the ball. They take time. They need their dribbles. They're both fantastic. Great. You got Rudy Gobert. Great center still. He alters so many shots just watching the game. People don't understand that about Rudy. People like focus on like one clip where he gets crossed or dunked on. Don't understand the other 36 plays that he's
how many times guys catch the ball into the basket and kick it back out because he's under there.
I couldn't tell you how many times someone would drive and Rudy came over and they like got in the air and threw it out.
That's not a stat.
It's not a stat, but like him and Wemby do it all game. They just fuck with people because they're around the basket. There's a reason why like every team Rudy's on, they're a top 5 defense. It's every team he's on.
Wemby had 1 block last night. I could assure you that he was more effective than on one play
For sure.
the whole game.
So like they have that.
Yeah.
You have Julius, you have him. Look at the three. They have Jaden McDaniels, one of the better defenders in the league, and he could score. Then you have Ant. They got everything. Now they're starting DiVincenzo, bringing Mike off the bench. Mike's a lot older. I talked to Mike. Mike's like, I got like one more year in me. He's like, I want to play. I want to get to 20. I'm at 19. At this point, I got to get 20.
He could do the Joe Ingles role though, or that a role like that on any team forever.
Because his resume and who he is as a person, Mike could probably play another 5 years if he wanted to, just based off of his personality alone.
Yeah.
People would love to have Mike Conley on their roster, and I agree. So he's not going to do that. He said he's going to go to year 20. He's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm already. This is the first year now. Like
year 20. Look at what people are doing now. Year 20 was like only for Robert Parrish back in the day.
It makes me depressed.
Yeah, but like now people are just like year 20, and I'll call it. I'll quit on my own accord.
Mike Conley gets sick.
I know, but back in the day, it wasn't like you just know it wasn't like that. And these guys are coming out of high school. They're not playing college 4 years. Like
yeah. 20 years,
and they're getting their 20 years and stuff like that. Like,
valid.
It's crazy. The other day I saw Tyus Jones is in 11th year in the NBA. I was just like,
by the way, Nikhil's averaging 17 a game for the Hawks. He's hooping.
I like to see someone get paid and play even better.
No, he's playing better. He's like, the money. I want another one. I like guys like that. He's like, I'm just gonna go out there and prove I'm worth this, and I'm good.
Right.
And the Hawks are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. They.
So you don't want. So I was gonna ask you. John Morant was linked to the Timberwolves as a potential team. You want a shooter, defender, but the Anthony Edwards backcourt would be one of the most famous backcourts in NBA history. At least with the youth.
I don't like the fit because of the non-shooting aspect of Ja. However, I would love to see it.
Yeah.
Those two would just be box office. Once a game, something freaky's happening.
Oh, there'll be a soundbite or an interview or just something.
That'd be a wild locker room. I don't know if Tim can handle that.
Mike Conley, we're going to need you to stay here for another 5 years and monitor the whole situation.
With Ja and Ant, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
But no, I would like defense, shooting, off-ball point guard. I don't want your prototypical point guard, which is why they put DiVincenzo now at the point. They're doing that whole thing that we talked about. Like, we don't really need a point guard. Mike's at that point now where he can't do it at that high level, 8 for 82 games. I think he'll be used probably more in the playoffs, but he's just at that point now. Even just talking to him, he's like, yeah, this is my first year. I'm coming off the bench. He's like, it's time.
Yeah.
Like, I got like one more year after this. I'm going to get to 20, then I'm just going to go be a dad. He's made over $200-something million. He don't give a shit. He just wants a ring.
You played with Mike for half a season?
Yes. No, full year.
Full year. And was he? Where does he rank as far as like
pretty much? He came in like 20 games.
Yeah, best dudes you've ever played with.
Mike's all time.
Yeah. Who are some other ones? You got Mike.
Mike's all time.
Just like honestly, these guys are like run for president type of dudes. Like just the clean
top quality guys. Yeah. Mike's up there. Let me think of some other guys who were just like great. Man, I've never really played with bad guys. I mean, I've had some guys who were like troublemakers with the coach, but not with like the locker room.
Yeah, even a guy like Lance Stevenson who has like a murky resume, you were like honestly one of the funniest dudes.
Bro, Lance is great.
Yeah.
Lance is just wild on the court, and he has a personality that could scare like coaches.
Yeah.
As a human being, Lance is like a really good dude. He's actually funny as shit. People don't realize when you're in a locker room with some of these guys, you kind of get a chance to be like, oh, this guy's actually pretty cool. There are some dickheads. I've played with some dickheads. Let's be honest. It is the NBA. There are some guys I played with where I'm just like, if I went on a team, I wouldn't like you. I'm going to like you. I'm going to pretend I like you because we're on the same team, but you're not. I don't know if you're a great guy. There are some guys like that, but Tyus Jones, Corey Joseph, Garrett Temple, all-time dudes, man. Steph, to be completely honest. Players I've played with, just going back, I'm just thinking of guys that stand out. Like that Clippers team, we didn't have.
Who was your vet in
We didn't have anybody that stood out in the Clippers team.
Who was your vet?
We were just good. I don't know if we had any just solid guys. I don't know about that. We all were dickheads on that team. I was, JJ was, Chris is, Blake was, that team was crazy. But we all were nasty at basketball. Jamal's a great dude. Jamal's like I don't know anybody who doesn't like Jamal.
Yeah.
Who the f*** doesn't like Jamal Crawford? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just like a hooper, always smiling. He's a good dude too. So yeah, I've had a handful of them, man. There's Jeff Green. Jeff Green's just like there's a reason why he's still playing. Like, Jeff's just like always happy in a good mood. Just good dudes, man. There's a lot of them though. Yeah.
Yeah. You actually mentioned in the last pod, you said that New Orleans and Memphis are the teams people talk about for the Seattle Vegas teams instead of expansion, those teams moving. I didn't know that until you said it. Now I'm seeing the reports everywhere. Did you already know that going into it?
Yeah.
Did you or did you hear that through?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah. Seattle definitely needs a team.
I can't.
You mentioned Jamal, and it reminded me.
I can't say through who.
Yeah.
But it's a strong source that they're looking at those two places to possibly move. It's a real thing.
No, it's been all over the internet since you said it. I was like, wait, I've never heard that. And then
it doesn't help with the timing of this Josh stuff too. Just like, not that that's going to be an indicator, but it's just like the whole thing. It's just like, if he leaves, this place is really going to like. I don't know.
I love Seattle, but I don't know about with Vegas with the betting and scandals and stuff. I don't know if I'd put a team there.
Vegas is tough. It's not helping. That was a question asked to the commissioner. Like with all the stuff going on, is Vegas still realistic? And he said, yeah, it's still realistic. He goes, if we can't put a team in Vegas because of the betting, then we're already f***ed. He goes, we have to nip this stuff in the bud, which they're clearly doing. I mean, listen, they found breadcrumbs from the DeJounte Porter Jr. Stuff, right? And they didn't stop. They could have closed that book up and be like, "Oh, let's just keep it going." They were like, "No, we're gonna follow these breadcrumbs," and the FBI was like, "We're gonna follow it." Not that the NBA has any control over that, but the NBA has been obviously working close with the FBI, and they are trying to clean this shit up. There are more names from what I've heard. I don't know who. I don't know what, but it ain't done. So we're not talking at the top, though. These are major guys. It's just like bullshit. Just like we've seen so far. They're going to clean it up. Is Vegas still realistic? I do.
Well, if the NFL could have a team there, right?
He was more worried about the market in Vegas. He goes, Vegas just gone down the past 2-3 years. It went from being a hotbed to where, like, the past 3 years, like, Vegas, people don't really know what it is anymore. It's kind of weird. It's like turning into Reno. It's like the Formula One's gone there. They hated it. The experience was bad. Sales weren't good. A lot of money's moved out. Even the party scene and nightlife. Think about how many people like don't go to Vegas. Like Vegas has just changed. Vegas 7 years ago to Vegas now, two different things, man. It's like going to LA in 2015 and going out. You got a million options. Hyde is in its prime. 7 other clubs are in its prime. After parties everywhere. That was prime Los Angeles where you could go out in LA and it was nuts. You go out in LA now, it's garbage. They have great restaurants, great place to live, beautiful women, beautiful thing, all these different things. Nightlife, forget about it. Their clubs are awful. Every now thing you could do out there is membership based. So you don't get that, like, it's just different. It's just different. And with the pandemic, some places recovered fast, like Florida.
Well, they never. Yeah, they kept their doors open,
but they just bombed. Like New York is back.
Yeah,
New York is popping now. We'll see what happens with everything that's happened now. But like, it is full blown, just boomed.
Yeah.
And so some of these other places, you look at places like Austin, Texas, and Tennessee, and parts of Florida, Tampa, Orlando. All these places are just kind of growing. LA is just kind of it's just weird.
Well, you know what's crazy too is in COVID, when I was in LA for a lot of it, and people were walking around like I Am Legend, like it was just like
Yeah.
And when I was visiting my family in Orlando, it was like open.
Yeah.
Restaurants, clubs, it was a whole different COVID experience.
Land of the free really goes strong down here and in Texas.
Yeah.
Because I was in Houston. It's very similar. People running around, walking around everywhere. Restaurants are kind of open. I was like, this is wild. Like, if you go to LA and if you breathe on someone, then you get arrested.
When you walk down the street with someone at the same time, you took the long way away
Yeah,
from each
it
other.
was crazy.
Yeah.
LA just never really recovered social scene-wise.
Yeah.
Like the party scene, the nightlife scene in LA is just really struggled.
You were just in Seattle for After the Game with Jamal. How did you feel about Seattle?
I thought it was really cool.
Before that, were you there? You haven't been there that often.
No, a funky place. It's like a more happening version of Portland. It's like as if you took Portland, that darkness, there's like an eerie darkness kind of to Portland, and if you combined it with San Francisco, which is a little bit, it's all these hills and it's up a little bit more techie, smart, culture-based, kind of different too though.
Yeah.
And you combine them, that's Seattle.
Yeah.
It's on the water like San Francisco. It's very similar. You get that Portland feel though, where you're like, it's kind of just, it's not emo, it's just like darker there.
Yeah.
But it's a lot more happening than Portland. It's got that San Francisco-esque feel.
Some people argue that they should have never lost the Sonics. Like in the 90s, they were my favorite West Coast team. Gary Payton, Sean Kemp,
correct.
Deller Shrimp, Percy Hawkins.
To even add on to that, a lot of Silicon Valley's from this area.
Of course.
So there's a lot of similarities between San Francisco and like this city. Seattle reminds me of a mix between Portland and San Francisco, I swear. So yeah, they should definitely have a team. Seeing the infrastructure of that city and how beautiful it is and the different parts and the water and this and all the money is, I'm like, how the is an NBA team here?
Yeah.
We got one in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? But New Orleans. These are places that, like, I have nothing against New Orleans. People think I hate New Orleans. I hated my time there, and I hated that organization when it was there and when it was run by. Not now. They have different people running it. The people who are in New Orleans I don't even know anymore. I don't know anybody there. The ownership's even changed. When I was there, it was completely different. It was a shit show. So that kind of spoiled the city for me. I didn't want to enjoy the city because I was so miserable playing there. With that being said, it's not a basketball cultured place.
Right.
I
think I told you this before. I went there for something, and it was Tulane football was more popular than I believe the Pelicans.
Yeah,
were.
like, it's not good for basketball.
Yeah.
It's a football city. It's a football state. Louisiana's football. Yeah. It's just, it is what it is. I ain't got no problem with it. They love LSU. They love the Saints. And then there's a whole bunch of yardage of muck. And then there's Pelicans basketball. So we got to do something with that. Zion did a 360 in Seattle, they would be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let's get these guys. Hell,
well, if he was in Seattle, the Sean Kemp Zion the comparisons would be
all over. He'd be at the game.
Yeah.
He'd be at the game.
Yeah,
it'd be DeJounte Murray. All these guys would be back home.
Yeah.
No. I think that change comes eventually.
Yeah. To close out, Donovan Mitchell had 46 last night in a win against the Sixers, who are on a back-to-back. But the Cavs might end up being the best team in the East, right? We expect them to be at the top of the East there. And if he's averaging what he's averaging right now,
especially when they get Garland,
is he weirdly underrated?
I don't know if he's weirdly underrated. I mean, people put him as either the second or third best shooting guard in the NBA.
Yeah.
Everybody puts Ant as one, and then it's either a fight between Book and Donovan at two. Right. Sometimes people say Book, sometimes people say Donovan.
And for everyone listening, that's because Shea doesn't have a position. We don't know.
We don't know what Shea is. I'm putting Shea at like point guard. Otherwise, if Shea is a two, then we obviously put Shea number one. That's not close. But Shea and Luka are like scoring point guards. We put them whatever. But excluding them, that would probably be the order if we're talking pure two guards. As of lately, I'm going Donovan number two. But it could easily switch. Him and Book have been taking that seat back. And then when USA called upon the teams that played, Book ended up being the best of all three of them.
Definitely the best you would plug in with other stars.
Yes. I think
he doesn't need a lot either.
He's more tactical than the other two. So they both have their strengths and weaknesses. But, Donovan's been incredible. When Garland gets back.
Garland played last night. His first game back.
Yeah. So that's going to make a huge change. Where I see this team making that jump, the only way I see Cleveland making that jump, Donovan's going to be Donovan. He's already been a superstar. That's what he is. Great. Garland's got to be consistent in the playoffs. For the Cavs to make that jump from being the best record team in the NBA like they were last year, having this regular season success, for them to make that jump finally and beat a Knicks, beat a Pacers, beat whoever, and get to the finals, Mobley's got to be a dog. He had a great year last year, burst out season, became an all-star. I need one more jump from you. You're too talented. It's not enough for me. He's too good still. I still don't think he's there. I watch him play and I'm like, you're better than this though. That's how good you are. It's not a diss. It's not a slight. It's actually a hell of a compliment. I'm saying Evan Mobley, you as an all-star is not enough for me. He should be, bro, if you watch this guy play, he has everything. He's so talented. He's long. He's a freak of an athlete. Just his body is. His skill, his coordination, left hand, right hand hook, mid range. Now he's stepping out to three. What the does this guy have? I need to see New Orleans AD. You can get there. Maybe not as good, but you could get close. He could be a New Orleans Anthony Davis. You could be an MVP candidate. If he can get to the point where he's like top, I'm not going to be greedy and say top 5. I know they don't even do top 10, but say they did. If you're like a top 10 player, Mobley, MVP candidate guy, they make that jump.
Do you like him at the 4 with Jared Allen at the 5, or would you rather see him play as the main big man? Because being guys like Bam and even like Jaren Jackson, if he finishes the game at center, like, would you want Evan Mobley to finish the game at center, or do you like the 4-5 2 double big man lineup? That
I like the 4-5 because they're both agile enough to be able to switch. Like they both guards pretty well.
Yeah,
it's not like Jarrett struggles. He did struggle versus the Pacers last year. They picked on him. So Evan's got to have that capability to do both. If Jarrett finds himself in a series versus Indiana where they're kind of picking on him a little bit in the pick and roll because he's in a drop, then that's the series where Evan's got to be capable of going to the 5, and they got to be able to do that, which is why I think they asked him to put on weight this summer. He came back 25 pounds heavier. I think that was a big reason why. Yeah. They need to be, hey, yo, Evan, we need to be able to play at both spots. We need you to play. You're too skinny last year to play the 5. We need you to be able to play the 5. Now he comes back in. He's strong. He's big. Bro, he has every fucking thing out there for a 4, for a big man in general. He has MVP type-ish skill and like potential. He's not there yet. He's at an all-star. He was an all-star last year. So that's what he is. There's a level above that. I think he can get there. I'm not being greedy by asking that. I even talked to JB Bickerstaff the other day when I called the Pistons game. He was like, dog, I love Evan. And obviously he's coaching Detroit now. I still think Evan's not there. He said, Evan's got another gear. He goes, and if Evan gets there, they can win. If he doesn't get there, it's going to be close. He's got to be like their best player, though. And that sounds crazy because Donovan's there. That doesn't mean you close the game with him. Shaq was the best player for the Lakers. They closed games with Kobe Bryant. Shaq won all the finals MVPs, guys. Yeah. All right, he was the best player on the team. I know everybody loves Kobe, and Kobe's now ranked ahead of him and outright overall career-wise because he won after. I get all that. Shaq in his prime was
I can name a million situations where that, and that's fine. That happens all the time. Dwight Howard on the Magic was the best player. Turkoglu, for some reason, was taking game winners. It's case by case.
The best player on the planet right now, and has been for the past 5-6 years, is named Nikola Jokic. A lot of times at the end of the game, Jamal Murray's shooting that shot, guys. Right. Okay? It's just how it works with some of these guards. They're better closers. It's hard to win through the post. Evan Mobley, especially with his jump shooting ability, could close games like KG used to catch and fade, hit game winners all the time. I think Evan could do that, but like AD, Donovan Mitchell could still be right there. 1-2 punch. Yeah. Donovan closes games, still gets the glory. It's a win-win. I think Evan's got to get up there with him, though. Right now, it's like Donovan's here. I need Evan to be up there. Okay, so say he's not the best player. I won't get greedy. You need to be right there with him. I need Evan to get up there. I need you to be greedy, bro. I need you to go for it. I need 25, 12, and 5. I need you to be a monster down there. I need you to play pissed off. Sometimes he's a little just too like free motion. I need him to be a little bit that aggressiveness that I see from like AD when he was Pelicans first 2 years in Los Angeles. AD was the best 4 in the game. Wasn't a question about it. They won that way. That's what they need to do. Now, who was the best player in that Lakers team? LeBron was. What did LeBron say when they won those championships? Who do I need to carry it? I need AD to carry it. And in the playoffs, I'll be able to give us some, I need AD to be that guy too. Yeah. He used to always say it, and people would be like, oh, LeBron's just saying that. No, LeBron would say, for us to win, he has to be right there with me. I need him. That's what I feel like, bro, the Cavs have everything. They got shooting. They're well coached. They got size. They got a superstar. They got a talented point guard. They got good defensive perimeter players around them. Max Strus, Sam Muir, all these guys could fire 3. They got everything. It's him. It's Evan. Evan is the key. Evan's an all-star. Can he be a superstar is the question. I'm serious. I think if he does that, we're talking about something different here for the Cavs. I think that's you talk about them being the best team in the record or best team in the East again. Cool. How do they get to like the playoffs and like beat some of these teams that they always lose to? That's how. Yeah.
I think that's a good place to stop. You are headed to Detroit again for NBC.
Motor City.
Yeah.
I actually had a good time there. I was very...
did you find like a restaurant you're excited to go back to?
No, like I actually found like a decent hotel and like nice little breakfast spot I hit in the mornings. And the hotel's not far from the arena, so logistics are very easy for me to get in and out of. Actually had a pretty solid time there in Detroit. Crowd was actually solid.
JB Bickerstaff was going to turn around and see you again and be like, what the hell is going on? This guy's following us around.
I know. They're gonna he's like, damn, you guys got a lot of our games. We called 2 now, and then I did studio for the Detroit game the other day. I'm just like, good God. At this point, I know every player in the team in and out. I'm like cool with these guys. I saw Isaiah Stewart the other day, and he's like, we're boys, man. I'm not even kidding. I literally saw him before the game. And I didn't know what I was gonna get. I was like, you walk by me, like, what's up, boss? I was like, what's up, man? Next time you see him, we're gonna be like, we have a whole handshake. I'm like, I'm very comfortable in Detroit.
You sneak in one of those. I don't care what anyone says. You're a good guy, Isaiah Stewart.
He actually was really nice.
Beef stew.
He actually was really nice. Yeah, getting to talk to him, and he was like the first one on the floor, and like the way he approaches, I get it.
Yeah, every team needs a guy that get out there.
He also could shoot.
Scary though. Yeah, his offensive jump this year has been kind of nice.
He got a nice little jump shot. Yeah, a lot more skilled than people give him. It's the hard fouls and all the other stuff that clouds that he's actually kind of skilled. It's like you watch Sohan and people just think he's just running around. But like Sohan had a couple spin moves last night. And you're like, oh, okay, there's something there.
Yeah.
That team's so talented. They don't know what they're doing yet. They didn't even have like Harper out there yet. Like they just got just dudes everywhere flying around. They don't know what they're doing. Right. the Spurs are just like a bunch of talented young kids. They're just like, go play. And they make it compelling every night because they're that talented. But they don't even know what they get. De'Aaron Fox isn't out there yet. Harper didn't play last night. They got more picks coming. They're just, good God.
Yeah, they have Atlanta's pick this year.
Yeah, like they're going to be very good going forward.
Right.
Interesting. The NBA is off to a great start, man. I'm so happy about the start that the NBA is off to, considering last year so much talk about the ratings. It was just an exhausting conversation that never ended. And then we come out with the launch of Amazon, NBC, ESPN's new look. It's been fantastic. And the feedback has been overwhelming in terms of guys' play, how guys have been ready to play, the performances. It's almost been too much. To people are like, is there any defense being played? Now you got to find something to complain about. But people are excited. The only complaint, if there is one, of the NBA, and I gotta play both sides here, is the amount of money people are having to spend to watch all the games, because NBC has its own thing, so you have to have Peacock, and Amazon has its own thing, so you gotta have Amazon, and then the NBA League Pass says that you gotta have NBA. You spend like $300-$400. By the end of it, it's like $400-$500
in this economy.
It's a lot. So it's like people are just like, damn, it's a lot of money to watch these games. Is it worth it? Yes, because you're getting all these coverages, and if you look at NBC and Amazon especially, I think we're above ESPN. That's just the way I feel. We've hired nothing but former players. We don't have any gimmicks or any none of that shit out there.
Yeah. Well, you know what you could say is, if you're paying all that money to watch the games all night, think about what you're not doing. You're at home watching the games. You're paying money to be here instead of all the garbage you could be doing out there. Let's keep the people home watching basketball.
Yeah, spend money and stay inside.
Yeah, spend money and stay inside. Order a pizza.
Yeah, most people aren't accustomed to spending money and staying inside. But, you're getting all these different, feeds and coverages of the NBA games, especially ours. What we're doing right now, I'm getting texts from other reporters like, yo, how is that, man? Because people are like, that looks kind of fun. Like, you guys are sitting right next to the bench.
Yeah. I love when they do a cut to you or Robbie Hummel. It's so funny seeing you guys again. You're
sitting right there. Like, brother, I posted that photo like right next to the bench. Jared Dudley DM me. He goes, oh, wait. Y'all are in the mix. I go, yeah, no, I go, bro, I'm going to be next to you. I'm going to be calling the game. I'm going to be making dinner plans with you. I'm like, kid, where are we going after this? Yeah. I'm right there. I had turned to Fitchy a couple of times. It was almost awkward. Fitchy would be like, I was like, I'm here. I almost looked at him like, thought you were gonna get rid of me, huh? You got no shot. I'm right here, buddy. It was the best. It was you know what, this on the bench idea by Sam Flood has been a monster home run, and it's only gonna get better. Wait until we start calling some of these like really good games, like big games. It's been great. We called a Pistons game, we called a Brooklyn Nets game. You know what I mean? Like, and Pistons are good, but like it was Pistons versus actually Pistons Cavs was pretty solid. It was a blowout, but we got I got the Lakers and Golden State coming up, and I got like some of these games are going to be really fun. Where I'm like, man, that's going to be a hell.
I would love for you to get the Lakers bench. I would love for you to just. I need to know what's going on over there. I got a lot of. Just give us the tea.
There's going to be a fight for me and Robbie, whoever gets that. I'm going to have to big boy Robbie on that one. I'm like, Robbie, I'm going to have to get this Lakers bench. I need to see what's going on here, too. And I'm going to ask me, don't put me on the back. Don't put me in the front of the bench. Put me in the back. You know why. I want to be next to him. I want to hear him. I want to see him. I want to smell him. What are you wearing? I just want to know what they talk about. I also want to see the interactions between him and his son. I want to see it all.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot to unpack there.
It's very interesting in that back bench part of the Lakers. Just being around the James family and just, Luka, the looks and Reeves back there. Everybody's always looking at Brian. I want to be back there too, just like. It'd be a lot of fun. Although being next to JJ would be a lot of fun too.
Right.
So I get to mess with him. Well, I'm not supposed to.
Not supposed to.
Supposed to be a fly in the wall. That's what they say. Robbie's always like, we're going to be a fly in the wall. I'm always like, I'm not. I'm not gonna be a distraction.
I'm gonna be one of those flies buzzing around your ear.
You're gonna feel me. You're gonna see me. All right. I'm gonna be wearing something just tailored down to the feet. All right. I'm not gonna fit in. You're gonna see me just sharp as ever. I'm gonna smell good. I'm gonna be around your team. I'm gonna be like, what's going on in here? I love it. It's actually made me excited. I hate traveling because I traveled for so long in the NBA. This has actually brought life back into me, like looking forward to traveling. And I'm not traveling private like I did with the NBA, where you fly private every single city and you just get used to not being in an airport. I used to go to the airport and be like, what the hell is this? Now I'm like back to travel. I'm like excited. I get to go to all these cities, going through all their airports. I've never, people think like because I've been to Detroit 300 times, it's been through the NBA. I've never been to the actual airport. I've never been to these. Like I'm like going to these places now. I'm like kind of experiencing culture because I'm not playing. I get to like go to the restaurants and I'm trying the famous diners and I'm trying. It's been kind of dope. I didn't expect to like it this much, and I am. So having a lot of fun with it. I'm very thankful from NBC, and look forward to continuing to cover these games, man. Is there anything else you got on the menu?
Oh no, that's it.
Appreciate you guys tuning in. We are up on Spotify now, just to be clear. I'm actually going to put it in my bio today. I'm going to have that on my Instagram and on all my socials. So now we have somewhere where you guys can actually listen to it on Spotify. We're still working on Apple, but we're on Spotify. Make sure you click, link, follow, tap, subscribe, whatever you want to call it. Do it. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and on TikTok, The Off Guard Podcast. You can also watch us on YouTube. And now we will provide a Spotify link. So for the people who have been asking where they can listen to our podcast,
I get a lot of messages on that.
We now got it for you. It'll be in my my bio by the end of the day. So this episode, you guys will be able to listen to fully. Exciting times ahead. We're building this out, guys. That's it for us, man. You guys have a safe weekend. We'll be back next week as always. I will be in Detroit the next time you guys see me. And everybody stay safe. Be easy.